When you're looking for a vehicle that literally does everything, take a look at the 2025 Toyota Sienna, the minivan that really is the Swiss Army knife of vehicles. It's great for utility, it gives a great comfortable ride, and on top of that you get all this technology and flexibility that you don't get in any other vehicle. You get the utility of an SUV, the ride of a car, and it's maybe not an off-road vehicle like a truck, but you can haul like a truck because the storage capacity is pretty impressive. Now, there are still some minivans on the market. I know a lot of people say they're gone. There's 5 of them still available. Well, actually 4, plus an electric one, and we'll talk about that in the end. Let's talk about what's new for 2025 on the new Toyota Sienna. There are quite a few trim levels when it comes to Sienna. Obviously, the entry level is going to have the least amount, but as you work your way up to the platinum trim level, which is what our test vehicle is, you're going to get all the goodies. So we're going to show you everything that you can have, and hopefully this one will be in your driveway. The LE, XLE, XSE, Limited, Woodland Edition, Platinum, which is our top trim level. The one thing you'll notice about the Sienna is it has a very aggressive front end, that Toyota look. LED headlights and taillights, you're gonna get great visibility. Also, you're gonna see this logo here in the front. That's where they hide all the safety features. And there are a ton of safety features because this vehicle has a 5-star crash test rating. It includes rear cross traffic alert, as well as an around view camera that is crystal clear. All the safety features are standard, and Toyota's always been known for that, and that's why the resale value is so high on these vehicles. You'll also notice this very blunt front end, but it is extremely aerodynamic and really stable when it goes to the highway. Under the hood of all Toyota Siennas is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with an electric motor, so this is a hybrid, giving you 245 horsepower combined. It has an electronic CVT transmission, standard front-wheel drive or available all-wheel drive. Fuel economy on our test vehicle is 35 miles to the gallon combined. The all-wheel drive is only less than $1,000 more, and it is highly recommended if you ever drive in any snowy climates. 0 to 60 time, 7.5 seconds, and towing capacity is 3,500 pounds. The Toyota Sienna rides on 18-inch wheels. Now, why this is important, and you may think, why not like 20-inch wheels, is you want a large sidewall. A large sidewall means a more comfortable ride. Now, you'll also find this first comfortable ride. This low vehicle will give you a better ride than a higher vehicle like an SUV. So if you're driving an SUV and you really don't like the ride, you probably want to look at something that has a car chassis. And that's what this has. It has a glass roof, which is a moonroof. There's also privacy glass on the second and third row, chrome trim, as well as a roof rack. The one thing about a minivan that people like is the side opening doors. Now, you might be thinking, why is that important? It's great when you got tight parking spots, getting kids out of the vehicle, and you can lock those doors from up front so the kids don't just jump out of the vehicle with oncoming traffic. There's a lot of safety features involved in this vehicle. Inside the Toyota Sienna are some very comfortable seating. You can seat 7 or 8 people depending upon the configuration that you purchase. Our test vehicle has the captain's chairs, and when you see the second row, you're probably going to want those because that's going to be where the kids are going to be fighting for rather than the front seat. But up front, you've got lumbar for both the driver and passenger sides, as well as 3-stage heated and vented seats and a 3-stage heated steering wheel. In addition, the storage underneath the center console, I think that's fabulous. Whether you've got a purse, a backpack, whatever it might be, that is a great place for storage. And this is something competitors are thinking about as well. When you have a minivan, like I said, it's the Swiss Army knife of vehicles. And if you want storage, that's the place to go. There's also 2 cup holders in the center, as well as a place for the vacuum hose, which is connected in the second row. Great if you've got animals or children. Your heated steering wheel button, as well as a little ledge and the camera. Locking door for the gas cap and the power door are on the left side. Again, tons of storage and tons of technology. In the second row, there's a lot of positives back here. Besides the fact there's a nice little rubberized tray and 2 cup holders on top, inside here is a refrigerator. Yeah, I can see the kids fighting for this. Whether it's bottles, juice boxes, or a can of soda, all of that can stay cold, or even your lunch. 2 USB-C charge ports, starting point for your vacuum, and a connection down below. And the refrigerator is here. It can also freeze, so that's cool if you want to put ice cream and you're taking it home. What a great idea. Power supply here, pockets behind each of the doors. And one of the things I like that minivans have that you don't get in SUVs is a grip. Whether it's low or high, for children or older people, getting in and out of these vehicles sometimes is a challenge for people with limitations, and this is a really nice feature. In addition, up top you've got 3-stage heated seats and climate control, and that's a great place for that to be, as well as vents and lights and a pull arm as well. All of this is great, but the seats, this is where the kids are going to be fighting. The seats slide forth and back, but in addition to that, you can put up your little footrest here, and you've got a nice lounge seat, and of course the seat does fully recline. I guess you could actually take a nap back here, but that's part of the reason minivans are great. They are the Swiss Army knife of cars, because of the fact that you can literally do everything with this. And if you're waiting for your kids at a game or something, you can always take a nap back here yourself, and you've got your refrigerator and as well as technology. And there is optional entertainment screens that are 11-inch you can get for the back of these seats. Besides the rubberized mats, which are a great feature to have, especially when you have children or animals in the back, there is additional cup holders all over the place, as well as manual sunshades. JBL audio system has 14 speakers all around the vehicle, so there's great tunes while you're on the road. The one thing about the third row for the Toyota Sienna is it folds almost flat, and they are very easy to stow. And this is one of the features that the Toyota Sienna has always been a positive. You lift up and forward, and now that's your third row seating. Same thing is true with the 60-40 split on the other side. Behind the third row, you have 34 cubic feet of storage. Now, you wish to put these seats down. That is super simple, and you really only need one hand. You don't have to be that strong. And this is fantastic, because now once the third row is folded down, you're at 75 cubic feet of storage. Fold down the second row seats, which are not removable, good important thing to note, you're at 101 cubic feet of storage. That is a lot. You could make it a camping area in back. You can literally put anything you want back here with 101 cubic feet of storage, which is pretty equivalent to that of a very large full-size 3-row SUV. Toyota also supplies a first aid kit, which is a really nice feature to have, as well as an additional power supply, which is great for tailgating or even camping. The third row also has 2 USB-C charge ports as well as cup holders, and much like that of the Volkswagen ID Buzz, you could probably put a queen-size bed in the back because there is a ton of room. Coming around to the back, you do have a hands-free liftgate. The wiper blade is here. I kind of wish I could find a way to tuck it up underneath. The Toyota logo with the blue inside means that this is a hybrid Sienna. This is the all-wheel drive, and across the back, the platinum trim level. Very nicely designed, and designed for utility as well as style. The warranty is 3 years, 36,000 miles. However, there are some additional warranties that are important to note. Powertrain, 5 years, 60,000 miles. Hybrid components are 10 years or 150,000 miles. And there's complimentary maintenance through Toyota Care for 2 years or 25,000 miles. That's a lot, and that will help save you a few dollars. The first thing you're going to notice when you get inside the Sienna is the high seating position, which obviously is adjustable, and a power adjusting steering column, which I like, but great visibility, like excellent. Huge piece of glass out the front. It's sloping, it's easy to see, low sills so that you and all the passengers in the car can see out clearly. You may wonder why I reference that is because many of the vehicles that are not just in this category, but in a lot of different vehicles, there's a high sill for safety, which is great. But it also blocks visibility for kids in the second row. It also makes it difficult for what most people like to do is put their arm on the sill. This is the proper height, so it is really well designed. There is a head-up display, by the way, that is optional on the lower trim levels, standard on the platinum trim level. It is large, it is easy to read, and if you've owned a Toyota product in the past, you'll see that this is very much what you're used to. Speaking of standard, 8-inch center screen is standard on the lower trim levels, 12.3-inch on the higher trim levels, which I really like because there's a lot of changes on the center screen. That includes standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for 2025. Previous to that, it was wired. If you want to use the navigation, you can use your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but there is navigation built in as well as Bluetooth. And if you want to use Alexa, there's Alexa available as well. Like every Toyota, the information is here, but climate control is always listed down below. And all your safety features would be access to turn them on or turn them off through the steering wheel. Below this, you've got your climate control for your seats, 3-stage heated, 3-stage vented. And believe me, it is freezing here in Buffalo today. I am very grateful for 3-stage heated seats and heated steering wheel. Thank you, Toyota. Tons of storage across the front, not just wireless charging down below, which is a really nice little place to have it, but there's also a USB-A charge port. which is the only one in the car. The rest are all USB-C throughout. Cup holders and even a place for your phone right there if you want it there, or maybe, I don't know, a candy bar or something. Further back, you've got your standard shifter. I like this personally. I know a lot of them have gone to linear shifters. In other words, it's all buttons. I kind of like an actual shifter. Your drive modes are here. Changing your drive modes, you can see here on the screen in front of me, which is a digital gauge. Sport, normal, and eco. You're probably not going to drive this in sport, but you could if you needed to accelerate on an on-ramp or get around something. We're just going to go with the normal mode, which is where most people are going to use it. All your safety features are here in front of you, whether it's lane departure warning, cross traffic alert, all that information is going to be right here in front of you. One last thing with audio is JBL audio, 14 speakers throughout the vehicle, so you're going to have really great audio quality. And as far as visibility, don't forget that rear view camera is fantastic. And it's also what I prefer, because when you have kids in the second and third row and you've got gear and you're going on a road trip, you probably can't see out the back. That's why these cameras are really, really nice to have. There is a glass roof, but it is only above the front seat. It is directly here. It's a small moonroof. That's fine. Actually, I was talking to someone, they thought moonroof was kind of funny because you're really not seeing the moon most of the time. But it is what we've called it, sunroof, glass roof. But it's a small one here with a manual cover. As far as handling and pickup, this vehicle has a low center of gravity. In other words, it's lower to the ground, the weight is down low, and so it handles really nicely, especially on the highway. You're not going to have a problem with keeping it on the road, which some people feel that way with some of these large SUVs. They just feel like they're getting blown around the roadway. Well, you won't have that when it comes to the Sienna because it's on a car chassis, so you're going to get that nice ride that everybody likes with a car and the utility that everybody wants with an SUV or even a pickup truck for that matter. I don't know if I put dirt in back, but there's certainly plenty of space for bringing anything back from Costco, any big box store that you'd like. Tons of cup holders in this car, 18 cup holders in the doors, in the center console, 2 here, 2 underneath this cover. But inside this center console is a great place to store the vacuum hose. But you don't have to put it there. You can put it in the back as well. There's tons of places for storage all around the vehicle and storage underneath the center console, like I said, and a regular outlet if you want to put up a radar detector or whatever it might be. All these things are great. Memory seating in the door as well. Everything in this vehicle is about utility. Because when you go on a road trip, you're driving every day, if you've got kids with you, or maybe you drive on the road for work, this is the kind of vehicle you want, because no matter what you're doing, this vehicle will make that work. Putting the vehicle into reverse, crystal clear camera. You can press the view button that's on the left side lower panel, and when you do, you will get a full view of the vehicle all the way around when the vehicle is stopped. Really nice crystal clear cameras, and that includes that rear view camera. All of that makes this vehicle all about safety, which is why it has a National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and NHTSA 5-star crash test rating. It has all of the safety, and that safety is standard. Overall, this vehicle is really easy to drive, and if you haven't driven a minivan in a long time, don't think of it as your mother's minivan. Think of it as a really smart choice because you get the best of everything. Brakes are nice and firm. They're well balanced for this vehicle, whether you have a lot of people in the car and a lot of cargo, or you're just driving it alone. All of our car reviews are here on Car Smarts, and all of our automotive news is on Car Coach Reports. And don't forget to check out our radio show, which is syndicated across the country, called The Drive with Lauren and Carl, or you can go to our YouTube channel at The Drive Car Show and check it out. The 2025 Toyota Sienna starts at $40,980, all the way up to that top trim level, which is the Platinum. Our test vehicle came in at $58,700. Add in destination and delivery, and you're at $60,470. It's important to remember that if you've always been a Toyota fan, you will get a loyalty discount. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. If you're switching from another brand, there is a conquest discount. Again, if you don't ask for it, you don't get it. It's the same dollar amount either way, but sticking with a brand that you love, you should get a loyalty discount. Remember, if the salesperson says, I don't know what you're talking about, ask for the sales manager, because they get the money if you don't get the money. The competitor list is the Kia Carnival, which we've reviewed, the Honda Odyssey, the Chrysler Pacifica, and the Volkswagen ID Buzz. So there really isn't a lot of competitors in this category, really being 4 minivans and 1 electric minivan. I suggest you test drive all of them and then check with your insurance company to see what meets your needs as well as your budget. Now, there are some pros and cons. Standard hybrid powertrain, I really like that, and you get phenomenal fuel economy. Very roomy, everything's easy to use. It is a Toyota, so resale value is going to be really high, and maintenance is included, which not all the competitors are offering, and I think that is a major plus. The all-wheel drive being available is great because, again, not every vehicle is offering that. On the negative side, well, I wish there was a little more power involved, but again, it is a hybrid and it is about fuel efficiency, not about performance. And the only negative I found is the second row seats are not removable. Again, that's a personal choice. If you have any additional questions, put them down in the comments below and we'll be sure to answer your questions. If you got value from this video, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. That's in the description, as well as all my social media and ways to reach us. And again, more details. I'm LaurenFix. Thanks so much for watching.